September 27th edition of the Ringside Report with a sick Ryan Young. I'm Andy Smoothie, and before we start, I would like to say that this past weekend we've had a rough weekend but otherwise, Monday, Jennifer Davis lost her dad, Scott Clark, and he passed away from work, and this past weekend, you, of course, I'd like to send my deepest condolences to you and your family as you lost your Uncle Jack. May he rest in peace.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was definitely a shock. He passed. Just saw him Friday night, and then he passed away Saturday morning. And I spent a lot of time with him over the years. I used to spend a lot of time at his house, and I worked with him as well. So it's been very hard. And I believe his services are going to be sometime later this week. So hopefully that'll bring some closure. But it's definitely been tough on me. It's been definitely tough on my aunt Cindy, his wife. Their 3 kids, their family, so thoughts, prayers, but thank you very much. I appreciate everyone reaching out, and I'm hanging in there. On top of it, I'm sick during all this as well, so thank you very much, and thank you very much, Tony.
That's no problem. That's why I tell you guys, you hang on to your loved ones, because one day, there won't be a day where you will wake up and there'll be nobody here. You gotta hang on to your loved ones.
Yes, you do. Okay, Smoothie, let's shift gears here to the No Mercy.
Wild No Mercy from Los Angeles, my God.
Indeed it was, especially for me, Tony. I brought the brooms out.
Yeah, I thought you would actually at least, you did some dance to me at least, so.
Let's run through the card real quick. Kickoff show. Elias defeats Apollo Crews. We go to the main card. Intercontinental title. Miz defeats Jason Jordan. Finn Balor defeats Bray Wyatt. Raw Tag Team titles. Ambrose and Rollins defeat Sheamus and Cesaro. Cesaro gets his teeth knocked 4 millimeters into his gums. Definitely a shock. And but I believe. Well, we'll get back into that in a little bit. Let's see here. Raw Women's title. Alexa Bliss retains over Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Emma. Then we had Roman Reigns defeat John Cena. Tony, we finally saw the passing of the torch on Sunday night.
Yeah, this was the one we finally waited for. You know, John Cena for over 10 years, finally being the top dog in WWE, and now Roman Reigns finally got the torch passed to him at last Sunday night at No Mercy.
So now the question is, when's John Cena come back? Is it the road to WrestleMania? Does he break the record? What happens?
Probably Royal Rumble. He wins the Royal Rumble match and goes on to WrestleMania 34 and faces the Raw Universal Champion, whoever it is, by the time we get there.
But don't you think Brock's gonna hold the title, and then Roman's gonna take it from him at Mania?
No, I think it's gonna be Braun, because I want to see if Cena can tame Braun Strowman at WrestleMania.
Braun. I mean, and speaking of that, that is oh no, then they had the Cruiserweight title.
Well, remember, this year at WrestleMania, we saw Bray Wyatt defend his title against Randy Orton, and Bray got the Living Dream in a match at WrestleMania.
True.
So there could be a lot of things are changing. You know, a lot of these wrestlers are starting to leave soon, and Cena, he's going to be starting to leave soon because he can't compete much longer. He's starting to get hurt. But remember, he's marrying Nikki Bella sometime in October.
Well, congratulations to them. Enzo defeats Neville and becomes the new Cruiserweight Champion, and then finally Brock Lesnar defeats Braun Strowman to retain his Universal title. Who's next for the Beast?
Well,
and when? Is it going to...
I probably think at TLC he loses it there.
To who?
To Braun Strowman.
Braun gets a rematch?
I think Braun gets a rematch inside TLC, but remember, I've never seen Brock Lesnar climb a ladder, so that's going to be one of his weaknesses.
All right, we'll see what happens. The up-to-date standings. Tony, I swept the board. 98.5 now to 89. Tony, you better hope you get a couple coin toss wins over these next few pay-per-views. It's gonna be interesting, Tony. Gonna be fun. Did you buy your John Cena stuff yet?
No, you didn't win. You didn't sweep the board.
Yes, I did.
No, the only thing you lost was the women's match. Remember, you picked Jackson, I picked Banks, and then the Cruiserweight title match, you picked Neville and I picked Enzo.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're correct. You're correct. So I actually. I forgot. Yeah, I know. I was looking at an R under her name, and that was for Elias. So I only have 96 and a half.
Well, it comes down to hell. It comes to Hell in a Cell now.
Which will be in a couple of weeks.
Epic pay-per-view October 8th.
Indeed. Okay, we're taking time out. When we come back, we're going to recap Raw from Monday night in Ontario. That's next on the Ringside Report. On the State Smoothie, WrestleMania 21 tickets sold out in 1 minute.
Oh, yeah, I know. The next year, WrestleMania tickets, because I wanted to go see WrestleMania 22 in Chicago, and it sold out in 5 minutes. I never got tickets. I went online that day and it was sold out that quick.
Why don't that happen anymore? I mean, the 3 WrestleManias we've gone to, I've been able to get tickets. It just don't happen like that anymore?
Maybe they're not big in popularity ticket-wise.
I guess not. Okay, let's recap Raw. Miz TV starts it off with Roman Reigns going back and forth. Tony, the Miz is the best at cutting promos.
He is. I like the promo he cuts. They keep the champagne running.
There's no beer on Miz TV, of course, because Roman Reigns wanted the Miz Taraj to grab him a beer, but eventually it would lead to a match later on in the night between Miz and Roman Reigns. But Kurt Angle makes that. Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan with Jeff Hardy, who's going to be injured for some time with a shoulder injury, defeat the Miz Taraj. Elias defeats Apollo Crews. Kurt Hawkins has an open challenge because he's lost the 115 matches in a row. But Tony, he was welcomed by a very mad Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman is, when he gets angry, you don't want to feel the wrath. Just ask for James Ellsworth, that he wrestled Braun.
Yes. And then Braun Strowman ends up defeating Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose said after that match, yeah, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have did that. But,
Wait a minute, whoa. Oh, yeah, that's right, Dean Ambrose, I'm never right.
Seth Rollins then defeats Sheamus. Roman Reigns defeats Miz. Later on in the night, we'd find out the Intercontinental title will be on the line in a rematch next week in Denver. Does Roman win the Intercontinental title, and is this going backwards for him after defeating John Cena on Sunday?
No, I don't think so. I think Roman, this is a big push. Remember, after WrestleMania, when he upset The Undertaker at WrestleMania, he started getting really cocky towards the pay-per-view and Extreme Rules. Because remember, he hasn't got a world title shot since before they until SummerSlam.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. I think Roman's going to be getting in that world title picture, but I think it's not till WrestleMania, so they kind of got to build him. Does he win the Rumble? He won the Rumble a couple years ago. Does he win it again?
Oh, well, let's see. It's in Philadelphia. Maybe somebody will win it. I don't know.
He won it in Philadelphia the last time, didn't he? He got booed out of the building.
Yeah, the riot broke out outside the building.
Finn Balor defeats Goldust after Goldust attacked Finn Balor in the locker room.
I've heard rumors. I believe these are true that Arn Anderson wants Goldust to compete at Starrcade. His father's creation. He wants it to be like I think he wants to be for one night only at Starrcade in a match in North Carolina with the Hardys.
That'd be awesome.
Because rumors are swirling that Goldust's wrestling career might be coming to an end, but I hear that he might be taking what his father did in NXT, and that is training the kids to be, WWE superstars.
That'd be great. Pass on that legacy, because I mean Cody's on a roll right now. He just signed a new contract with Ring of Honor, and
yeah, so it's gonna be a good time for the Rhodes family. So yeah,
it will be. Well, the Reynolds family, but we'll go with Rhodes.
Reynolds, but.
Bailey and Sasha Banks defeats Nia Jax and Emma. And then we have Tony explain. Enzo comes out. I guess he's a heel now, making fun of all the cruiserweights. And then we have Neville comes out, and then anyone that touched Enzo will not get a title shot. Neville attacks him. Tony, we talked about this before we started. It looks like Neville might be off at 205 Live now. Go back to the main roster because he attacked Enzo and destroyed him.
Well, he's pissed because Enzo cheated I guess I watched it last night after, and I probably saw low blow. It's like, yeah, that's kind of the cheating mode right there.
Indeed. So we'll see what takes place. What took place last night on 205 Live. We'll recap that tomorrow, or excuse me, on Friday, on the Ringside Report. We're gonna take a time out. When we come back, we're gonna preview Ring of Honor, NXT, and Impact. That's next on the Ringside Report. Hang on, we're gonna talk about that in a sec. Okay, welcome back here to the Ringside Report. Tony just brought something up. I am irritated. By the way, I believe by the time this is airing, the Cubs should be National League Central Division champions. Congratulations. Another year. If not, they're doing it tonight. But unless something really tragic happened on Tuesday, they should have clinched it. So congratulations to them. If not, forget I said it. Monday night, if you watch the Cub game, good Lord. Addison Russell's feet went into the crowd, or he went into the crowd head first, knocked down a man's nachos. We now have the Nacho Man, Tony.
Oh, yeah, Nacho Man. The girl next to him sits there with no nachos.
And then, did you see Addison Russell brought him a thing of nachos?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The things that get people famous in this country, I tell you. Okay, let's preview Ring of Honor, NXT, Impact. I've not gotten a chance to watch Ring of Honor. Like I said, it's been a very hectic week. Ring of Honor, Tony, of course, is going to be soon the fallout from Death Before Dishonor. Cody is still your champion. Who do you think is next on the plate for Cody as we go? The next pay-per-view might not be, if they don't put Global Wars on pay-per-view, the next pay-per-view is not going to be till Final Battle in December.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be Silas Young, because Tyler's out with that big victory over Jay Lethal. I think he deserves to be a title shot.
I think so too. You've been on the bandwagon of him for a long time. Is there a reason?
Well, he's done all the wrestling thing. He's a great wrestler and everything, but he sits there and he's a great wrestler, but I just don't know. He's been champion before, but I see him as a world champion. It would be history.
Definitely. And then NXT coming up. Again, Ring of Honor you can watch on the Fight Network app or My Network TV. NXT getting closer, I guess. We're about a little less than 2 months away from TakeOver. It looks like it's going to be possibly Adam Cole getting that opportunity, Tony, or do you think it's going to be someone else against Drew McIntyre?
I think it'll be Adam Cole, because this would be a good run for Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish.
Now, do you think they get in the tag title picture and they take over, or what do you think's going to happen?
Oh, they get a tag team title shot.
Who's the tag champions? Is it still Authors of Pain?
No, it's Sanity.
Oh, Sanity won the tag titles?
Yeah, they beat it at NXT TakeOver. They upset the Authors of Pain.
God, you forget so much. I don't think I ever watched that because I was at the fair that night, but I'll go with your word.
I'm still watching the girl with the
Tony, I'm sick of the nachos. Okay, then finally, Impact. I've not gotten a chance to watch last week's. I was at the Cub Brewer game that night, so I still haven't gotten a chance. So I'm really behind. We'll recap both of those on Monday's show. Tony, your thoughts? Impact, Johnny Impact going to be getting a chance against Eli Drake in Ottawa at Bound for Glory, November 5th. Is he going to take the?
I think this feud's going to keep going because I think because you got two young wrestlers, you got a veteran from WWE, Johnny Impact, and you got Eli Drake that's been with TNA for a couple of years. I think it's definitely going to happen with these two going for Bound for Glory. And
so who do you think walks out? Is that the end of Eli Drake, or does Johnny Impact make an impact?
No, I think Eli Drake walks out of, keeps going until 2018, and then probably loses it somehow. Remember, didn't we see the reign with EC3? He was undefeated and champion for so long until finally Bobby Roode or somebody knocked him off his pedestal. Definitely.
So that'll be November 5th. Looking forward to that. A couple of big pay-per-views in November. Bound for Glory and Survivor Series. Should be a fun month, Samoods. And Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday.
Yes. And the Cubs magic number's down to 1.
Whew. Well, no, they already clinched the division, Tony. It's Wednesday.
Huh. Well, we don't know that yet.
Well, let's hope so. Hopefully last night I was hungover, I celebrated, and I went and bought the shirt at Dick's today. If not, I'll do it tomorrow.
Quick quickly before we get off here, I would like to say what happened this past weekend with our NFL players. It's been a rough sport and everything. I've seen a baseball player in Oakland. He took a knee this past weekend. We've seen football players take a knee. Jerry Jones took a knee this past Monday. You know, Trump, I love him. He's a nice president, but he's got to stay out of football. This is out of control because it all started with Colin Kaepernick. He took the knee first. It needs to stop because it's just getting way out of control.
Yeah.
The celebrities on Twitter are starting to use racist comments and it's going against Trump. It's out of control. It needs to stop because now it's getting ugly because now it's just getting ridiculous.
Well, our show is here for you folks that want to be entertained, and that's what we try to do our best. So we try to talk wrestling, what we love to do. So I mean, we stay out of politics, Tony. Let's stay out of that lane.
Well, happy sad anniversary. On this date 1 year ago, we lost in a baseball legend, baseball player. Jose Fernandez was
on Monday.
One year ago Monday, and I think Scott Beatty needs to, you know, he doesn't like Jose Fernandez, but not the way the guy went. That was a very scary situation.
Well, I mean, he cost his own life by his own stupidity, and I mean, I was one of them that also supported when he passed away. I feel bad for the family, but he was the one that was under the influence of alcohol and drugs. He was driving the boat, so it is what it is, Tony.
But do you see what these commercials are telling you on TV? You see what these cops are telling you. And not trying to be assholes. They're trying to tell you drinking and driving is stupid. Don't do it because look at how many people have been killed by drinking and driving.
Definitely. Okay, quickly, preview for Friday. We're going to recap SmackDown, 205 Live, Ring of Honor, NXT. We're going to preview SSW. Tony, you're going to be in the house for SSW, right?
I'm going to be at the Brock stop, and maybe controversy will arise, depending on how bad the post show will be. Well,
the post show we're going to be taping from Studio One. You just got to text me the result, or you can handle it. We'll have it on Monday's show, or no, we might have it on Wednesday's show.
I'll text you the results on Monday, so we'll just.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, it'll be on Wednesday's show, I believe. But we'll preview that, and then on top of that, also a big announcement coming up on Friday's show about what we have in store for October. So Tony, have a good Wednesday. We'll see you Friday.
Let's wrap up September with a big victory.
Okay, for the King of Controversy, I'm Ryan Jensen. Thank you for watching the Ringside Report, your front row seat to all things wrestling.